In the heart of Muaku Market, a bustling town in the southern Nigeria, something strange started happening. Every morning before the sunrise, a woman would set up a small food stall under a big mango tree at the far corner of the market. No one knew when she arrived. No one saw when she came from. She was just there. Her jollof rice was magic. Her egusi soup, out of the world. Her akara balls were so soft and rich that customers swore they tasted their childhood in them. People called her Mama Canteen. She never spoke unless she had to. Her wrapper was always clean. Her face soft, beautiful, yet oddly distant, like someone who had seen too much or was somewhere else entirely. Despite her kindness and delicious food, there was one mystery everyone whispered about. No one had ever seen her arrive. No one had ever seen her leave. The market women grew curious. They started watching out for her each morning. One day, they all arrived as early as 3 a.m., determined to catch her coming in. But still, by the time they opened their stalls, she was there, cooking, smiling, sweating over her pot like she had always been there. She said she lived in the forest behind the market. Others claim she was a spirit who had chosen to bless the market, but no one had proof, and the food was too good to argue with. She was polite, clean, quiet, and sweet. She helped elderly women carry their bags, give extra meat to the hungry children, and always smiled at pregnant women. But her eyes were filled with a kind of sadness that didn't belong to the living. One hot afternoon, the market was unusually full. A local musician had just returned from Lagos, and people swarmed to his stand to buy CDs. Mama Canteen, as usual, stirred her pot gently, humming a tune no one recognized. Then, across the street, a man staggered to a stop, his eyes widening, his back dropped. "Amara!" he yelled. Every sound in the market stopped. Mama Canteen turned slowly. Her wooden spoon slipped from her hand. Her eyes locked on the man's face, and for the first time since anyone had seen her, she trembled. "Amarachi," the man whispered again, walking closer. She took one step back, another. "Amarachi, it's me, Amaka, your husband," she blinked. Tears welled up in her eyes. Then, in a soft voice, like a breeze through the dry leaves, she said, "You found me." And then, she vanished, right in front of everyone's eyes. Her pots, her bowls, her entire stand, gone. People screamed. Some ran, others fainted. But Amaka collapsed to his knees and sobbed. Later that day, after the market was half closed and whispers floated like smoke, Amaka told his story. 5 years ago, he said, Amarachi was my wife. We lived in Nkechi, 2 villages from here. We had 3 children. She was everything. Kind, gentle, sweet, and the best cook you would ever meet. One rainy morning, she left early to sell food in a village market. But she never came back. We searched everywhere, found her broken food pots by the bush pot, her headscarf stained with blood. People said thieves had attacked her. Some said kidnappers. We buried what we found and mourned. He showed the crowd a photo. It was the same face, same smile, and even same wrapper. But Amaka's voice cracked. How is she been feeding people? Where has she been all these years? No one had answers. Only more answers. That night, strange things were remembered. Mama Nkechi recalled how her first day, a small boy had run up to Mama Canteen, hugged her and said, "You smell like my mommy." Another trader swore she once saw her standing in the rain, but her clothes never got wet. And another said her shadow didn't always follow her feet. The next morning, her corner of the market was empty. No smell, no sound, just a patch of bare earth beneath the mango tree. But there, on the ground, was her wooden spoon, old, burned at the edge, but still smelled stew. 3 days later, the town priest came to the market. He asked to see where she had cooked. He knelt on the ground, touched the soil, and prayed. Then, he looked up with a trembling lips. She came because she had unfinished love. Her soul wandered until it found this market, until it could feed people again. That was her joy. That was her peace. But why did she vanish when he called her name? Someone asked. Because love called her home, the priest said. The moment her spirit heard her true name and saw her beloved, she remembered who she was, and that gave her peace. Amaka stayed in the village for weeks. He visited a mango tree every morning. Some days, he left a plate of jollof rice and whispered stories of their children. And other days, he just sat, waiting. One morning, he found something odd. 3 white hibiscus flowers and a note written in charcoal on a piece of brown paper. Tell my babies, Mommy loves them, and thank the market women. They kept my spirit fed. He broke down and wept like a child. From that day, the market women built a small shrine under the mango tree, not for fellowship or worship, but remembrance. It was called the Amarachi Corner. Every Friday, food was shared freely at her spot, and every now and then, everyone swore they heard a spoon stirring in an empty pot, or caught the smell of a goosey in the wind. Look for the mango tree at the far end. Touch the earth gently. Say thank you. And maybe, just maybe, if your heart is full of love and you truly believe, you will hear her voice, soft and sweet, whispering, "Eat well, my child. Be safe on your way home." Because sometimes the dead don't hunt to scare. They return just to love us one last time. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, comment your favorite part, and subscribe for more African mysteries and folklores. And remember, sometimes even ghosts carry love in their spirit. See you in the next story. Besties, bye.